Hey guys, today we're going to be making fossil cookies, and it's a really good demonstration of fossils, and it's really yummy to eat afterwards. So we're going to be making cookie dough first, and if you have a dietary restriction, feel free to buy cookie dough from the store or something, but this is for the people who want to make cookie dough. So you're going to need mixing materials: flour, chocolate chips, milk, light brown sugar, salt, vanilla essence, and butter, and make sure the butter is melted. So you're going to put around half a stick of butter, so 4 tablespoons. Then add 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. After that, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence, and around half a teaspoon of salt. Then you're going to mix all of this together until you get like a nice paste. Next, we're going to add the flour. So you want to take a cup of it and then put it in increments of like half a cup. So you're going to put half one time, mix, and then half the next time. It's going to be a little crumbly and a little messy, so that's why we wanted you to split it in half. I also added a little bit of butter here because I wanted to improve the consistency, so if you see something that you can add or that you didn't have enough of, feel free to add it in. And then you get this kind of crumbly dough. Next, we're going to be adding milk. So you want to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. And here you can see that a little bit got spilled, so I just worked with it. Making cookie dough can get a little messy sometimes, but it's really fun. So and after you pour it in, you just mix. And then we're going to add the chocolate chips, which is like the whole part of chocolate chip cookie dough. So I added half a cup, and then it was really hard to mix with the mixing stick, so I just used my hands. Lastly, you just want to make it into little balls that we're going to be using to make the cookies. This recipe can make around 8 through 9 balls of this size. So I flattened out the cookie dough into 4 sections. I'm just going to be making 4 for this demo, but you can make as much as you want. So I used mint leaves, which you can find at home or get it from the store, or any type of leaf, honestly. And rose petals, which it was in my backyard, and I'm sure you can find flower petals around. Make sure to watch it though. And then I used the bottom of a steel spoon and this really weird pattern thing that I found. I'm not exactly sure where it comes from, but you can use something around the house that's kind of like that. First, we're going to press the mint leaf into a cookie to model how impressions and actual fossils form. Next, we're going to rip the rose petal in half, and this one's going to model carbonization. So that's when a item is kind of smushed between 2 rock layers and it's made into a fossil and a mold remains. And we're going to use the spoon and the little design thing to make traces. So you can see how I did that here. Feel free to do as much as you want. And these are the cookies. So now we're ready to put it in the oven. I put it at 345 degrees, and then I left it in there for around 15 minutes. And now they're ready to eat. But before you do, take a minute to think about each fossil. So this is a trace fossil, and you can see that because it kind of looks like footprints or some sort of design. This one I call the impression fossil because there was an impression made on soft ground, which is the cookie dough. Next, we have the carbonization model, and this one we're going to open up a little bit later, but we'll get back to it. And the last one is our mint leaf, and this is like an actual fossil because it preserved the entire organism. And when you take it off, you can see the actual remains. It's so cool. Okay, so I took the rose petal out of the carbonized fossil, and you can see that a mold remains. This is kind of how it works in real life, except the actual fossil is dissolved. And that's it. Thank you for listening.